Are you eating healthy and still destroying your kidneys without even knowing it? I once had a patient, Margaret, 67 years old. She thought she was doing everything right. She gave up soda, swapped in green juice, and even started her mornings with a spinach smoothie. She was proud of her clean eating. But months later, she sat in my office with stage 3 kidney disease and absolutely no idea how it happened. And here's the truth. It wasn't her bad habits that hurt her. It was her good habits, done the wrong way. That's the part no one tells you. Kidney disease is called silent for a reason. You can lose up to 90% of kidney function before noticing a single clear symptom. Early signs, like swelling in the ankles, restless sleep, or unexplained fatigue, feel small, harmless, but they are quiet alarms that your kidneys are under pressure.
That's why in today's video, I'm going to uncover 6 vegetables that may be silently sabotaging your kidneys and 4 powerful healing vegetables that can cleanse and protect them naturally. This is not a detox trick or miracle cure. It's real science you can use starting with your very next meal. And stay with me, because the most dangerous vegetable on the list is hiding in almost every so-called healthy diet. And the number 1 healing food costs less than $1 and needs almost no prep. I'm Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. If you care about protecting your kidneys and staying off dialysis, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what could be life-changing information. Now let's get started with the first surprising vegetable on our list. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes are one of the most common vegetables in American kitchens. Fresh tomatoes are full of vitamin C, lycopene, and antioxidants that support heart health and immunity. Many people use them to add flavor and color to salads and sandwiches, believing they're always a safe and healthy choice. But here's where it gets tricky. Tomatoes in their natural form can be beneficial, but once they're concentrated into sauces, pastes, ketchup, or juice, the story changes. These products become potassium bombs. A single cup of tomato sauce can carry up to 1,000 milligrams of potassium, almost half of what someone with kidney concerns should have in an entire day. For kidneys that are already struggling, that extra load becomes overwhelming. Potassium starts to build up in the blood, and this condition, called hyperkalemia, can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and in severe cases, dangerous heart rhythm problems. That's why portion control and preparation matter. If your kidneys are healthy, a slice of fresh tomato here and there isn't usually a problem. But if you have protein in your urine, high creatinine, or any stage of chronic kidney disease, you need to limit or even avoid concentrated tomato products. Canned sauces, soups, and juices often add more salt on top of the potassium, creating a double burden on your kidneys. So, what's the safer approach? If you enjoy the taste of tomatoes, stick with small amounts of fresh ones, ideally paired with other low-potassium vegetables like cucumber or lettuce. Choose homemade versions of tomato sauce using smaller portions, and always measure instead of guessing. If you crave that tangy flavor, try roasted red bell peppers as a substitute. They bring sweetness and antioxidants without the heavy potassium load. A quick variation you might enjoy is blending a small piece of fresh tomato with more kidney-friendly vegetables like zucchini or cauliflower to make a lighter sauce. This keeps the flavor but lowers the potassium per serving. And remember, always talk to your doctor or dietitian before making big changes if you're already on potassium-restricted diets or taking medications that affect potassium levels, such as ACE inhibitors or ARBs. If you found this tip helpful, drop a comment below and share your favorite kidney-friendly swaps. Now, tomatoes may be a hidden threat, but they're not the only comfort food that carries this risk. The next vegetable is a starchy favorite found in almost every American home, and its potassium levels are even higher. Let's talk about potatoes. Potatoes and sweet potatoes are staples on the American table. Mashed, baked, fried, or roasted. They bring comfort, energy, and that sense of home-cooked tradition. Sweet potatoes even get extra credit for their vitamin A and fiber. For many people, they feel like the healthier choice. But when it comes to kidney health, both white and sweet potatoes are heavy hitters in a dangerous way. A single medium-baked potato can pack nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium. A cup of mashed sweet potatoes can push that number to 1,200 milligrams. That's the entire day's safe limit for many people living with kidney problems, all in one serving. Here's why this matters. When your kidneys are healthy, they flush extra potassium with ease. But when kidney function is reduced, potassium stays in the bloodstream. Over time, that buildup, hyperkalemia, doesn't just make you feel tired. It can disrupt your heart rhythm and, in severe cases, put your life at risk. It's like flooding your heart's electrical system and hoping it still runs smoothly. So what can you do if potatoes are a family favorite? Doctors and dietitians recommend a process called leaching. This means peeling and cutting the potatoes into small pieces, soaking them in water for several hours, and then boiling them in fresh water. Studies show this can cut potassium levels by up to 70%. Even with this method, though, portion control is critical. Think of potatoes as an occasional treat, not an everyday staple. Looking for safer swaps? Mashed cauliflower or roasted zucchini can bring that same comfort without overwhelming your kidneys. You can even try mixing a small portion of bleached potatoes with cauliflower mash to keep the flavor but lower the potassium load. And one important precaution: if you're on potassium-restricted diets or taking medications that affect potassium levels, always check with your doctor or dietitian before including potatoes, even in small amounts. Now, potatoes may feel like the ultimate comfort food, but the next vegetable on our list has been praised as a superfood. It's colorful, trendy, and often blended into juices and health shots. But for your kidneys, it can be a dangerous double agent. Let's talk about beets. Beets are often celebrated as a superfood. They're rich in antioxidants, folate, and nitrates that help improve circulation and lower blood pressure. Athletes drink beet juice to boost stamina. Wellness blogs praise beet powders and health shots as natural ways to energize the body. At first glance, they seem like a smart choice. But here's the hidden problem. Beets are a double-edged sword for your kidneys. First, like potatoes and tomatoes, they're high in potassium. A single glass of beet juice can contain 450 to 600 milligrams of potassium. Add in a scoop of beet powder or a concentrated shot, and that number can double quickly. For anyone with reduced kidney function, that much potassium at once can be dangerous. And potassium isn't even the worst part. Beets are also loaded with oxalates, tiny compounds that don't just pass through your system. They bind with calcium to form sharp crystals inside your kidneys. These crystals can clog, scratch, and inflame the delicate tubules, raising the risk of kidney stones, or, in severe cases, acute kidney injury. Medical reports have documented people landing in the hospital after weeks of drinking beet juice daily, thinking they were protecting their hearts, but instead overwhelming their kidneys. So, what's the safer approach? If your kidneys are healthy, a few roasted beet slices in a salad once in a while are usually fine. But beet juice, beet powders, or daily beet smoothies are risky, especially if you already have high creatinine protein in your urine or a history of kidney stones. If you miss the rich color and sweetness of beets, try alternatives like red bell peppers or carrots. Both are vibrant, nutrient-rich, and much easier on your kidneys. You can even roast carrots with a drizzle of olive oil for a dish that looks and tastes just as satisfying without the oxalate overload. And here's an important precaution. If you've ever had kidney stones, beets should be on your avoid list. The oxalates they carry can restart the cycle of stone formation quickly. Always consult your doctor before making beets part of your diet if you've had any kidney issues. Have you ever tried beet juice or powder as part of a health routine? Drop your experience in the comments below. I'd love to know how it affected you. Now, beets might surprise you, but the next vegetable is even more shocking. It's tangy, often used in pies and jams, and yet it's so low. Rhubarb is one of those foods that looks innocent. Bright red stalks, tangy flavor, often baked into pies or cooked into sweet jams. Many people think of it as a refreshing, old-fashioned treat. It feels harmless, even healthy, because it's a plant. But here's the reality. Rhubarb is one of the most kidney-toxic vegetables you can eat, and the danger comes from its extremely high oxalate content. A single cup of diced rhubarb can hold more than 1,000 milligrams of oxalates. That's 20 times the safe daily amount for someone with kidney concerns. What happens next is what makes rhubarb so risky. Those oxalates bind with calcium in your body and form sharp crystals inside your kidneys. Think of it as tiny shards of glass scratching and blocking the kidney's delicate filters. The result can be sudden pain, kidney stones, or in severe cases, acute kidney injury. Medical journals have even reported cases of rhubarb-induced kidney failure, confirmed by biopsies that showed oxalate crystal buildup. And it's not just the raw stalks. Rhubarb jams, sauces, and pie fillings often concentrate the oxalates even more. One generous serving could overload already vulnerable kidneys and set off a chain reaction of damage. So what's the safer move? If you have kidney concerns, rhubarb should be on your avoid list entirely. Unlike potatoes, which can be leached, or tomatoes, which can be eaten fresh in moderation, rhubarb offers no safe preparation method when kidney health is at stake. If you love tangy, fruity flavors, try alternatives like cranberries or blueberries. Both are lower in oxalates and provide antioxidants that support urinary tract and kidney health. They can give you that same refreshing bite without putting your kidneys in danger. And here's a key precaution. Don't assume a small slice of pie won't hurt. For someone with reduced kidney function, even that slice can carry enough oxalates to trigger a setback. It's simply not worth the risk. Now, rhubarb may be alarming, but the next vegetable is even more deceptive. It's green, leafy, and often praised by health influencers as a super green. But in reality, it hides a dangerous double threat, both potassium and oxalates in one bite. Let's talk about Swiss chard. Swiss chard looks like the picture of health. Bright green leaves with colorful stems, often praised on plant-based blogs as a super green. Many people sauté it, add it to soups, or juice it in smoothies, believing they're making a kidney-friendly choice. But here's the hidden truth. Swiss chard carries a dangerous double load: potassium and oxalates. Just 1 cup of cooked Swiss chard can deliver nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium, right up there with potatoes and tomato sauce. And that same cup can also contain over 1,200 milligrams of oxalates, a level most kidneys simply can't handle safely. For people with healthy kidneys, those minerals are flushed out. But when kidney function is reduced, potassium lingers in the blood, raising the risk of hyperkalemia and heart rhythm problems. At the same time, oxalates bind with calcium, forming sharp crystals that can scar and block kidney tubules, increasing the chance of painful stones or even kidney damage. It's a 1-2 punch that makes Swiss chard especially risky for older adults with declining kidney function. So what's the safer approach? If you enjoy leafy greens, there are better options. Cabbage, for example, is low in potassium and oxalates, yet packed with protective compounds. Lettuce and arugula can also give you that fresh crunch without overwhelming your kidneys. If you absolutely want to use Swiss chard, limit it to very small portions and boil it to reduce some oxalates. But keep in mind, boiling won't lower the potassium load enough to make it truly kidney safe for most patients. For that reason, many kidney specialists recommend avoiding it altogether. As a simple swap, try shredded cabbage sautéed with garlic or steamed kale in small portions. Both give you that leafy green satisfaction without the hidden overload. Here's an important precaution. If you already have a history of kidney stones, Swiss chard is especially dangerous. Its oxalate levels can trigger stone formation quickly. Now, if you think Swiss chard is risky, wait until you hear about its leafy cousin that's even more popular, even more praised, and even more dangerous: spinach. Let's take a closer look. Spinach is the poster child of superfoods. It's low in calories, rich in iron, vitamin K, and antioxidants. For decades, it's been promoted in diet plans, smoothies, and even baby food as one of the healthiest greens you can eat. Many people blend it raw every morning, proud of their green smoothies. But here's the shocking truth. Spinach is one of the most dangerous vegetables for kidney health, and the reason comes down to its sky-high oxalate content. Just 100 grams of raw spinach carries nearly 970 milligrams of oxalates. That's close to 20 times the safe threshold for someone with kidney concerns. When spinach is juiced or blended, the danger multiplies. A single smoothie can contain 3 or 4 cups of raw spinach, flooding the body with more than 2,000 milligrams of oxalates in one sitting. Those oxalates don't simply pass through. They bind with calcium and form sharp crystals inside your kidneys, leading to kidney stones, scarring, and in severe cases, a condition called acute oxalate nephropathy. Doctors have reported healthy adults ending up in dialysis simply because they drank spinach smoothies daily, thinking they were doing the right thing. So what's the safer approach? If your kidneys are healthy, small amounts of cooked spinach in moderation may be fine. Cooking reduces some oxalates, but not enough to make it safe for people with kidney issues. For anyone with high creatinine, protein in the urine, or a history of kidney stones, raw spinach, especially in juices and smoothies, should be avoided. Looking for safer alternatives? Try kale, arugula, or cabbage. These leafy greens give you many of the same nutrients with far fewer oxalates. For smoothies, blend cucumber, romaine, or zucchini instead. They'll give you the green color and hydration without overwhelming your kidneys. And here's a key precaution. Never assume that more greens automatically means better health. Even foods labeled as superfoods can turn toxic when your kidneys are under stress. Now that we've covered the 6 vegetables that can quietly harm your kidneys, let's turn to the good news. There are vegetables that do the opposite. Foods that cleanse, protect, and give your kidneys the support they desperately need. And the first one is as humble as it gets: cauliflower. Cauliflower doesn't look flashy. Pale, mild, often sitting quietly in the corner of the produce aisle. But when it comes to kidney health, this humble vegetable is one of your strongest allies. It's low in calories, versatile in the kitchen, and most importantly, gentle on your kidneys. Here's why cauliflower is so powerful. Unlike potatoes, tomatoes, or spinach, cauliflower is naturally low in potassium, phosphorus, sodium, and oxalates, the very things stressed kidneys struggle to filter. Just 1 cup of cooked cauliflower has only about 88 milligrams of potassium, 20 milligrams of phosphorus, and almost no sodium. That makes it one of the safest vegetables for anyone with high creatinine, protein in the urine, or chronic kidney disease. But cauliflower doesn't just play defense. As a cruciferous vegetable, it's also rich in compounds like sulforaphane and indoles, natural anti-inflammatory agents that help calm kidney tissue and protect against further damage. Think of it as giving your kidneys a rest while also sending in reinforcements to repair and defend. So how can you use it? One of the best swaps is mashed cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes. It delivers the same warm, creamy comfort without the potassium overload. You can also roast it with olive oil and garlic, toss it into stir fries, or even rice it for a lighter, kidney-friendly side dish. If you like variety, try mixing cauliflower with herbs, roasted red peppers, or a touch of low-sodium cheese for extra flavor. Each of these additions keeps the dish kidney-safe while making it more satisfying. A quick precaution: cauliflower can sometimes cause bloating or gas if you're not used to it, especially when eaten raw. If that happens, stick to cooked forms, which are easier to digest. If you've ever swapped cauliflower for potatoes or rice, share your recipe ideas in the comments below. You might inspire someone else to make a healthier choice. Now, cauliflower may be the gentle cleanser, but the next vegetable on our list is the bold protector. It's colorful, crunchy, and packed with antioxidants that shield your kidneys from the inside out. Let's talk about red bell peppers. Red bell peppers are the bright stars of the produce aisle. Crunchy, sweet, and colorful, they don't just make your plate look good, they bring powerful protection to your kidneys. Unlike many vegetables that overload the body with potassium, red bell peppers strike the perfect balance. Rich in nutrients, but light on the minerals that stress weakened kidneys. Here's why they stand out. 1 cup of chopped red bell pepper has only about 250 milligrams of potassium, 30 milligrams of phosphorus, and just 4 milligrams of sodium. At the same time, it's packed with vitamin C and antioxidants like lycopene, beta-carotene, and flavonoids. These compounds fight oxidative stress, the chronic inflammation that damages kidney tissue and blood vessels over time. In simple terms, red bell peppers act like a shield, protecting your kidneys from silent wear and tear. How can you add them to your meals? Eat them raw in a salad for a refreshing crunch, roast them in the oven to bring out their sweetness, or stuff them with quinoa and herbs for a satisfying kidney-safe dish. They're naturally flavorful, so you don't need heavy sauces or salt to make them delicious. If you want more variety, try mixing roasted red bell peppers into homemade hummus for a smooth, kidney-friendly dip. Or blend them into soups as a colorful, low-potassium alternative to tomato base. Both options keep your meals exciting without putting extra strain on your kidneys. One precaution: while red bell peppers are safe for most people with kidney issues, portion sizes still matter if you're on a strict potassium-restricted plan. Always check with your healthcare provider about your individual limits.
Now, while red bell peppers act as bold protectors, the next healing food works in a different way. It's small, pungent, and has been used for thousands of years, not just to flavor meals, but to heal the body. Let's take a closer look at garlic.
Garlic may be small, but it carries a big punch for kidney health. For centuries, it's been used in cooking not only for flavor, but also for healing. And today, science confirms what tradition always knew. Garlic is one of the most powerful natural allies for your kidneys. Here's why. Garlic is rich in organosulfur compounds, especially allicin, which is released when you chop or crush the cloves. Allicin has strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. That matters because chronic kidney disease often comes with high blood pressure and oxidative stress, two forces that quietly wear down the kidneys over time. Garlic helps calm this storm by improving blood flow, reducing inflammation in kidney tissues, and even supporting healthier blood pressure. And unlike many vegetables, garlic has almost no potassium, phosphorus, or sodium. That means you can use it generously without overloading your kidneys. 1 clove adds powerful flavor with virtually no mineral burden. How can you get the most benefit? Chop or crush garlic, then let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before cooking. This simple step gives allicin time to activate. After that, you can sauté it with vegetables, add it to soups, or blend it into sauces. Garlic lets you reduce salt in recipes without losing taste, a win for your blood pressure and your kidneys. If you want more variety, try roasted garlic spread on low-sodium bread for a warm, savory snack. Or mix chopped garlic with olive oil and herbs to make a kidney-friendly marinade. Both options bring flavor and health benefits at the same time. A quick precaution: garlic supplements can interact with blood-thinning medications like warfarin, If you're considering concentrated garlic pills, always check with your doctor first. But in its natural form, garlic is safe and highly effective for most people. Now, garlic brings heat and healing, but the final vegetable on our list works differently. It doesn't just fight damage, it helps your body turn on its own defenses. Let's finish strong with cabbage. Cabbage may not look exciting, but when it comes to kidney health, it's one of the most powerful vegetables you can put on your plate. Cheap, accessible, and versatile, cabbage is a quiet champion that works in ways most people don't realize. Here's why it matters. Cabbage is naturally low in potassium, phosphorus, sodium, and oxalates, the minerals that stressed kidneys struggle to manage. 1 cup of cooked cabbage has only about 170 milligrams of potassium, making it a safe choice even for people with chronic kidney disease. That means you can eat it often without fear of overwhelming your kidneys. But the real power of cabbage comes from a compound called sulforaphane. This nutrient activates the NRF2 pathway in your body, a built-in defense system that tells your cells to make more antioxidants and repair enzymes. In simple terms, cabbage doesn't just fight damage directly, it helps your kidneys protect themselves. Studies show this can slow the progression of kidney disease and reduce inflammation at the cellular level. So how can you use cabbage in your meals? It's incredibly versatile. You can enjoy it raw in a crunchy coleslaw, steam it lightly for a warm side dish, or sauté it with garlic and olive oil for comfort food that's still kidney-friendly. If you like variety, try stuffed cabbage rolls with rice and vegetables, or add shredded cabbage into soups and stews. Each option gives you flavor, texture, and healing power without the mineral overload. A quick precaution: cabbage can sometimes cause bloating if you're not used to eating it often. Start with small portions and increase gradually. Cooking also helps make it easier to digest. If cabbage is already part of your diet, share your favorite recipe in the comments. I'd love to hear how you enjoy it. Now that we've covered the 6 vegetables that can harm your kidneys and the 4 that can help heal them, there's one more thing you need to know. It's not about what you put on your plate. It's about how your body reacts after meals. Let's talk about everyday warning signs to watch for. Sometimes, it's not just what you eat that matters. It's how your body responds afterward. Your kidneys often send small, quiet signals after meals that most people overlook. Catching these early can make all the difference. One common warning sign is unusual fatigue shortly after eating. If you feel unusually drained instead of energized, it could be a sign your kidneys are struggling to process the meal. Another red flag is swelling, especially in the ankles, feet, or hands. This often happens a few hours after high sodium or high potassium foods, when your kidneys can't balance fluids properly. Pay attention to changes in urination too. Foamy urine, darker color, or less frequent trips to the bathroom after meals may point to kidney stress. And don't ignore subtle symptoms like nausea, bloating, or restless sleep. They can all be meal-related kidney signals. The key is awareness. These signs don't always mean permanent damage, but they are a call to action. Keep a simple journal of what you eat and how you feel a few hours later. Over time, patterns will show you which foods your body handles well and which ones push your kidneys too far. So, as you make changes to your diet, don't just focus on the food itself. Watch your body's response. It's the most honest feedback you'll ever get. And with that, we've now covered 6 vegetables that can silently harm your kidneys, 4 that can help heal them, and the everyday signs your body uses to warn you. Now let's bring everything together in our conclusion. Because knowing is only the first step. Action is what truly protects your kidneys. We've now uncovered 6 vegetables that can quietly harm your kidneys, 4 that can help heal and protect them, and the everyday warning signs your body may show after meals. The message is simple. Not all healthy foods are kidney-friendly, and small daily choices make a big difference. kidney problems often progress silently. By the time swelling, fatigue, or restless nights appear, damage may already be advanced. That's why taking action today, not next week, not next month, matters more than ever. The good news is, you're not powerless. Even if your lab numbers aren't perfect, you can still protect your kidneys. Small, consistent steps, like swapping one risky food for a safer option, adding more kidney-friendly vegetables, or keeping a journal of how your body feels after meals, can move you forward. So here's what you can do right away. First, review your meals this week and see if any high-risk foods we covered are on your plate. Second, pick one healing vegetable, like cauliflower, bell peppers, or cabbage, and add it to your next meal. Simple actions like these can start building momentum. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making big changes to your diet or treatment plan. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. And if you want to keep learning, check out our next video where we cover the top warning signs of protein in your urine and what to do about it before it's too late.